Right, someone asked me to do a video on what's the difference between soft Brexit and hard Brexit. Now, especially because there are a lot of commentators out there saying there is no soft and hard Brexit, there is only Brexit and getting the best deal for Britain. This isn't quite true, but neither is it the case that soft versus hard is a binary distinction. So the best way to think about it is a sliding scale, where softer is closer to everything we have now and closer to the influence of the EU, and harder is further away from that. So if you think about the EU as a set of concentric rings of influence and partnership, right at the core you've got the Eurozone, which uses the euro currency, and you've got Schengen, which is really crossing borders without a passport. We're not in either of those. We're already at a halfway house, but we are in the EU proper, with MEPs in Parliament voting on common regulations, yada yada yada, and we're also in the single market and the customs union and share the freedom of movement arrangements. Now, there are countries further out than we are. They're not in the EU proper, but Norway and Switzerland are part of the single market or have close deals with it. Turkey isn't in the single market, but it is within the customs union. So for us, a soft Brexit would be staying in the customs union and or the single market, and staying under the European Court of Justice for some areas, whereas a hard Brexit would be ditching the freedom of movement agreement, coming out of the single market, coming out of the customs union, and if we can't do a free trade deal with the EU, then coming out onto the rocks, as it were, of the World Trade Organization rules for dealing with the EU.